Hi everyone. So in this session I will start the long run cost curves. So you studied short run and you also aware about that difference between short run and long run. It is very important to know the difference between short run and long run. If you don't understand the difference between short run and long run, you are not going to understand clearly. So I will once again recall the difference between short run and long run. Okay, how it is defined? How short run and long runs are defined? So based on factors of production, based on the cost of production, short run and long run are defined. See, for example, what I told you about short run? What is the major difference between short run and long run? In short run, there will be two types of factors of production. What are those? One is fixed factors and another one is variable factors. These are the two types of factors of production available in short run. See, I will take an example. I will take a sugar pearl. Sugar pearl. In order to produce sugar cane, what factors of productions are required for that pearl? So I will write some of the land, labor, capital. These are the factors required to produce sugar cane. Okay, I am telling you the difference between short run and long run. Here, that pearl is just now started producing sugar. Okay, in order to produce sugar, what it required? Land, labor, capital. Okay, you already know land, labor. Capital means apart from land and labor, what other things are required? Capital. See, you can see here what are the things? Capital. What things comes under capital? See, you can see here machines, skills, money, raw materials, vehicles, then electricity, etc. So these are some of the capitals are required to undertake production. So let us imagine a sugar producing pearl is just now it is started its business. Just now it is started. In order to increase production, what that firm has to do? In order to increase the production level, what it has to do? It has to increase the factors of production. It has to increase land, it has to increase the amount of labors, it has to increase the amount of capital that it is having, it has to increase the amount of machines, it has to increase the skilled labor. Skill is very important. If you are not skilled, then you cannot work properly, you cannot work efficiently. That is why skill is very important. And most importantly, money is important. In order to buy all these things, money is important. Money is also kind of capital. Then raw materials, it is also kind of capital. Without raw material, it is not possible to undertake production. Then vehicles, electricity, these are all factors of production. Without these things, production is impossible. So here, what I am making you understand that short run and long run, difference between short run and long run. Just by January, take for example, by January 2020, the new firm entered into sugar industry and started to produce sugar. Okay, now it has started to produce sugar. In order to increase the level of production, the production of sugar, what firm has to do? Firm has to increase the factors of production. It has to increase raw materials, machines, skills, labor, land. It has to increase factors of production. Then it can only increase the production level. Okay. Let us imagine that it has started just now. It has started producing sugar, but at this time, just now it started. For perm, it is difficult to increase all the factors of production. It cannot do that because just now it is started. How can it invest on all the factors of production? But it wants to increase the production level. In order to increase production level, it cannot spend its money on all these factors, or it cannot increase all these factors. So that is why what this firm has to do is, it should increase some of the factors. It should increase only few of the factors of production, and it should make sure that it will have some fixed factors. See here, land is, the firm will not increase the amount of land, it will not increase the labor, it will increase machines, it will increase raw materials, it will increase the amount of electricity that it will spend. It will only increase few of the factors of production. By the result of these increase in the factors of production, the production level will increase little bit. Okay, so here this one is fixed. FC, FC, this is also FC, and this is VC, 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 VC. VC means variable factor. FC means fixed factor. Here, some of the factors are fixed and some of the factors are variable. Why it is so? In the initial stage of its business, it cannot spend on all the factors of production. It cannot increase all the factors of production. Because why it is so? Because you already studied that resources are in scarce, resources are limited, which means money is limited. It is not available in abundant. So that is why in the initial stages of any firm's business, it will not increase all the factors of production. It will have some of the variable factors, it will have some of the fixed factors. So that is why, this is known as, this particular thing is known as short term. Okay, as long as firm is having two types of factors, by January it has started to producing sugar. Up to July, it is an example, up to July it was having fixed factors and variable factors. After July, by August, firm has increased all the factors of production to increase the production level. Why it has increased? Because now firm got enough money, enough income to increase all the factors of production. It got money. Earlier it was not having enough money to increase all the factors of production. But when it started doing business, it got income. And by getting income, now it can increase all the factors of production because it is having enough money. Okay. So by August, it has changed all the factors up. It has increased land, labor, capital, machines, everything. It has increased everything. So which means when firm increases all the factors of production, then that firm entered into long run, finished off short term. By August, it has changed all the factors of production, all the factors. It has changed all the factors by August. It has started its business by January. Up to July, it was having two types of factors of production. And after July, when August comes, so that firm now changed all the factors of production. So which means that firm has entered into long run and finished off short term. From January to July, this particular period of time is called as short term. Short term. And now, after July, when August comes, this particular period will called as long run. Okay. The major difference between short run and long run is factors of production. In short run, if perm is having two types of factors of production, which means that perm is under the short run. If perm is not having fixed cost, which means that perm is in the time of long run. So this is the major difference between short run and long run. So you cannot count how many days that, no, depend on days or month or year, we cannot define short run and long run. Perm to perm, short run and long run, the period of short run and long run will differ. Okay, so this is about difference between short run and long run. Now we move into long run cost curves. What happens in long run? What types of costs are there in long run? In long run, as I told you just now, there will be no fixed cost in long run. Remember, in long run, all the costs, all the factors of productions are variable. Okay, in long run, all the costs are variable. There would be no any fixed cost in long run. There will be no any fixed cost in long run. In long run, there will be only variable cost. And in long run, there will be only three types of cost. Long run total cost, long run average cost, long run marginal cost. These are the only three costs which are available in long run. Only three costs. And you are already aware about that how to calculate total cost, average cost and marginal cost. What you studied in short run to calculate different costs, same formulas you can apply here also to find out long run cost curve. So these are the only three costs which are there in long run. So in the next video, I will start discussing the shape of these three cost curves. Okay? Thank you.